Hello, everyone. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris here at the Kingdome in Seattle, where today it's safe to say the loser of this game will probably not be in the playoff hunt. And so, Johnny Morris, we find ourselves, as usual, in terms of the Chicago Bears, talking about Walter Payton, who seems to make news every week one way or another.
Yes, he's been quoted as saying he'd like to carry the football a little bit more. As you know, Mike Ditz is trying to put in a multiple-type offense. Walter Payton wants to carry the ball more. He probably will today because Seattle is not that strong against the run, so the Seahawks are going to see Walter Payton. It's not so much that he wants to be a hog, it's that Payton feels that he's got to keep his hands on the ball to be in the groove, you know, that kind of thing.
Indoor football with the Chicago Bears coming out with the rookie from BYU, Jim McMahon at quarterback, Payton and Suey the running backs, Marjoram and Bashnagel are the wide receivers. Across that front, Phil McKinley, Noah Jackson, Dan Neal, Perry Hartnett starting for the injured Jeff Williams, Keith Van Horn at tackle, and Emery Moorhead, who leads the Bears receivers and catches, is the tight end. Bashnagel and Marjoram back in at wide receiver. The pitch, Suey. Suey runs into his own blocker, bounces off him like a bowling ball, and rolls out but short of the first down as the linebacker Bruce Schultz, the number 2 pick from Texas, made the tackle. As Paul Johns, good kick. Johns back at his 24. Johns with a burst of speed to midfield, still going to the 40-yard line. He was tripped up by Ricky Watts, or he might have gone all the way, and the ball will be spotted at the 40. All right, and it looked like the punter, Bob Parsons, might have been the guy that tripped him up. I had Watts on that, but anyway, Seattle has the ball at the Bears' 40-yard line, a 36-yard return by John, and the first pass by the Seahawks is complete for about 9 yards. We'll see where they spot it. Second-year man from Maryland. It is 2nd and 3, Seattle at the Bears' 33. Largent in motion. They swing it out to Dornick. He's by himself. Now cut back nicely behind his blocker, and it looks like he has the first down. The Bears defensively, Hartenstein, Osborne, Hampton, and Harris across the front. Both teams playing a 4-3. Wilson, Singletary, and Gary Campbell. The linebackers, Schmidt, Frazier, ahead of Reuben Henderson again this week. Fensick and Lenny Walterscheid for the injured Doug Plank. Tice and Metzelaars, double tight ends in on first down for the Seahawks. Largent in motion back to the ball. Pitch is to Sherman Smith, and Smith is forced out of bounds at the 24-yard line by Lenny Walterscheid, number 23. It is 2nd and 5 for Seattle, threatening off this first offensive series. Zorn, a short drop, complete to Largent. Largent has first down yardage, forced out by Fensick. Gets to the 16-yard line of the Bears. Live from the Kingdome. Brown sweeping right. Cutting it back is pulled down by Dan Hampton. And that mobility of Hampton's showing itself again. Played well last week in the losing cause against the Raiders. It is Norm Johnson in to try it from the 20-yard line. A 30-yard pop that is good. And the Seahawks are on the scoreboard first. Seattle showing mainly a zone pass defense. They don't blitz very much, and they don't on this play. It's complete to Moorhead, but they quickly drop him well short of first down yardage. Jackson and Schultz, the linebackers, anticipating the play to the tight end well, and so the Bears once again will have to punt.
You can see the linebacker action as they drop off. They'll give him that short pass in front, and then they react, and you can see Jackson 55 and Schultz is in on the tackle. They'll give you that 6 or 7, but they're going to have to punt.
All right, we're back here at the Kingdome where the Seahawks lead at 3-0 on a field goal by Thompson, and they have first down at their own 48. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris bringing you NFL action live from Seattle. The Bears with good pressure, but Zorn is complete to the tight end Metzelaars, the rookie from Wabash, the number 3 choice in 1982. Linebacker Gary Campbell making the hit after an 8-yard gain. Johns and Largent, the wide receivers. Johns split left, Largent right, and they give it to Sherman Smith, and he is dropped by the linebacker Singletary after a pickup of 1 short of the first down. Mike Singletary, the Baylor man, making the stop.
And this is out of a 3-4 defense. Harris, number 90, was standing up, and you can see that Singletary just finds a little crease in there, nobody to block him, and he's one-on-one.
And they give it to Sherman Smith, and he has the first down and then some inside the 40 to the 38-yard line of the Chicago Bears. Among those defensive substitutions, the newcomer Walt Williams Came over as a free agent from Minnesota week before last. Become the nickelback for the Bears. Third and about 9, and Zorn eludes one rusher, but not the next. The pressure came right up the middle from Hampton, and he was finally dropped by Al Harris, number 90. So the Bears did the job on third down.
And it was Hampton who got through first. See the tackles crisscrossing the two white jersey. Here comes Hampton as they confused the Seattle blocking. And Zorn was able to get out of that. But Al Harris, number 90, kept chasing and put the clamp on him as Zorn goes down. The Seahawks will punt.
It is 2nd and 8 for the Bears. In motion behind the ball, the tight end Moorhead. McMahon will throw for the first time today. He's got time, and he can't find a receiver. McMahon brings it upfield and out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Good coverage deep by this very highly regarded Seattle secondary. Defensively for Seattle, third down and 7. Out of the shotgun, McMahon has the time. Deep sideliner wide open over there is Bashnagel, and he has a first down for the Bears. Their first of the game out to the 35-yard line. Brown and Harris made the stop there, but he was wide open, Johnny.
He certainly was. The Bear went into a complete shotgun. Nobody in the backfield except the quarterback, and Bashnagel just went down the field and stopped in between the zone. And there was a little bit of mistake there somewhere, and I'm not sure who's responsible for the mistake, but nobody was covering Bashnagel, who hasn't caught a pass in a couple of games for Chicago.
18-yard pickup for the Bears and a first down for Bashnagel. A big play getting the Bears out there where they can breathe a little bit now at their own 35-yard line. Out of the eye, play action, deep drop from McMahon. They set up the screen for Payton. 2 blockers in front. Payton with a first down and a gain of about 19 yards into Seattle territory. They'll spot it at the 46-yard line of the Seahawks.
Good block by Dan Neal. That play really set up off to the right side, and you're going to see Dan Neal, number 52, the center, out to throw a block on Schultz. As McMahon now, as the Bears go to the air on first down, first time on first down. Payton will come right into your screen here, and you're going to see Dan Neal, number 52, and Bruce Schultz, number 58. That's the key block that's got to spring Payton. Payton pays off the block, Neal gets the block, and then Payton does the rest of it on his own as he dipsy-doos, high steps it, high knees it, and gets a big gain for Chicago.
So this could be a problem for the Bears as the game develops. Walter Payton right up the middle. Gets to the 41-yard line for a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. And it was Kenny Easley, along with Jacob Green, number 79, making the hit. There is Hartnett receiving some treatment from the trainers. He is still in the football game. It is 3rd and 2. Bears swing it out for Payton. Blockers in front.
Trying to throw.
And he will throw. He's got a man wide open. Bashnagel, touchdown! Payton to Bashnagel. What a play! And Brian Bashnagel, as he looked up, saw the ball over his shoulder. Meanwhile, there is a fight back out at midfield. There is Michael Jackson. Boy, is he pumped up for this game. A little too much so.
Oh, whoa!
Gonna break a hand doing that.
That's right. He took care of the bench.
Well, we talked yesterday with Michael Jackson, a very nice young man who's just a little too excited today.
Now you can see that was a lateral play, and everybody went for Payton once the pass looked like a pass to them, and he threw that ball off balance and over the top of Bashnagel's head. Nice grab, touchdown, Chicago.
And you know, the man who was making the tackle on Payton was Michael Jackson. Watch number 55 Jackson at Payton.
And here it is. Payton throws the ball. It's gone, and Jackson goes right for his head. And that is a no-no, and he deserves to get the penalty. The pass went 50 yards in the air by Payton to Bashnagel.
Out of the pro set, Roger Carr is wide left. Drawing a little movement from the Bears, but they got back in time. This is Hughes, number 46. Boise State, David Hughes, the number 2 pick a year ago. Here's Gentry mishandling the punt, and he is hit immediately by Dufek, number 25, and the ball squirming loose, and it's going to be picked up by Ken McAllister, reserve defensive back, number 48. And Seattle in great field position here, trailing 7-3 early in the second period from the Bears 26. Slot formation right. Zorn, quick drop to Dornick out of the backfield. Dornick picking up about 7 before he is dropped. 3 Bears there. Otis Wilson. Dornick with a good piece of running, as Johnny said after he caught the ball. Picks up 8. And straight ahead, Theodis Brown has first down yardage. Third-year man from Louisville doing a good defensive job. Largent, Walker, and Carr all in at wide receiver. Quarterback run. He will score. Jim McMahon brings them out in a pro set. Now they're behind by 3 points as they were early on the field goal by Johnson. And they're going to stay with the game plan on this play. Suey, and he gets some running room out the right side, picking up maybe 6 on the play.
Everybody spread out. You can see all the Bear defensive backs up very tight on the receivers.
3 wide receivers, Largent, Walker, Carr. Zorn goes to the sideline. It is complete to Steve Largent, number 80, and he picks up about 6 on the play. So the Bears starting after that good kick by West, and Payton right up the middle has first down yardage and gets out to the 25-yard line. What a big hole up the middle. Neal and Hartnett, who's back in at right guard, and Noah Jackson. Boy, they opened a big one for him.
I still maintain that Payton runs better from the I formation. You get him a little depth there. As you can see, good block by Hartnett to create the big hole. And Keith Van Horn and Emery Moorhead both kept their men out as Payton bursted through the hole, almost broke it, and heading for that 10,000-yard mark.
It is 10-7 Seattle. 2nd and 10 out of the I. Marjoram and Bashnig are the wide receivers, and again it's Walter Payton over the 30-yard line. So now their running attack starting to take some effect here. 2 consecutive gainers, a 7-yard pickup this time for Payton. We have 3 wide receivers in, Largent, Walker, and Carr. Zorn on a straight deep drop up the middle, complete to David Hughes out of the backfield, and he has a first down. It'll be Singletary and Campbell getting credit for the tackle. 6 Bears are lined up along the line of scrimmage. Zorn, quick drop this time. He's got Largent open, a diving grab by Steve Largent. The Bears say that the ball touched the turf. It appeared to us that it was a good reception. They did not go to a huddle again. Quick drop to the quarterback draw, and he's got all kinds of room. Zorn slides in as he's met by Finsick at the 26-yard line, 36-yard line of the Chicago Bears.
And that was a planned quarterback draw again as the Bears ran themselves right out of the coverage. They were concerned about the pass.
In the Kingdome, screening outside, perfect inside. Long count by Zorn, checking out that Bears defense, and he's got Largent open. Largent away from Schmidt. Is hauled down by Finsick at the 2-yard line of the Bears. Oh, did he turn Schmidt around. First and goal for Seattle. Hughes and Brown, the running backs. Largent in motion. They give it to Brown. Brown trying to get wide, and he's dropped for a loss. And it was Mike Singletary slashing through to pull him down behind the line. Loss of 5 on the play. Good defensive play by the young middle linebacker.
And boy, does it change the situation too. Whenever you go wide on your 2-yard line, is you get that pursuit from the inside. Singletary number 50 and Dan Hampton number 99 both in on the tackle.
We complete the half here in Seattle, and a quick drop by Zorn, and he has a man open. Touchdown. And it is Byron Walker, the rookie from the Citadel.
And I think that's pretty good logic because Craig has done fine, but Zorn has a track record.
3 wide receivers in, 6 defensive backs. They go to Smith out of the backfield. He's tripped up at the 35, gets forward to the 38. Atlanta now leading New Orleans 14-0. Hurry up offense here for Seattle on 2nd and 4. Small formation right, and Zorn running out of time. Hartenstein, a diving shoestring tackle by big Mike Hartenstein, drops him for a loss.
Hartenstein did a good job. Steve August is going to be blocking on him. You see him here to the left of the screen now as Hartenstein gets by August, and then Zorn takes off, and Hartenstein with a good diving tackle. Nice play.
3rd down and 11 now for Seattle. Again, slot right. Quick pass out of the backfield. Sherman Smith once more. Well covered by Fisher. Jeff Fisher, the 2nd-year man from USC. It gained about 6, maybe 7 on the play. I don't think that's any fun at all when you do that.
That's right.
Go for it. Marjoram on to the left, Bashnickel right. Okay, and they're going to go for it. Out of the backfield to Suey. Suey will have a first down and gets out of bounds. Good play by Suey, and what a block by Payton.
Right. Oh, boy.
Seen a whole lot of action at wide receiver, number 89, standing out the left shoulder of the coach. Out of the shotgun. Man gets it out to Matt Suey out of the backfield. Breaks one tackle. Suey down the sideline. Nice play by Suey into Seattle territory and out of bounds with 18 seconds on the clock.
He looked pretty quick on that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He's very quick for the first 5 yards, but he's never been known as a speedball. As you come out of the shotgun and you hit Suey, and comes the move.
What a
Boy,
move on
like,
Keith Simpson.
Yeah, it was like two trains passing in the night, right?
It sure was. Mike Ditka told us last night that he's been really pleased with Suey. He thinks that he has improved as a runner. It is first down for the Bears. 18 seconds on the clock. Screen pass. Suey, 2 blockers in front. Suey pulls his way for about a 9-yard gain to the 36-yard line. Enjoying that. Joe Nash is in the ball game defensively on the shotgun. McMahon, and coming back for the ball, Marjoram has the first down yardage, is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Rovetto's kickoff as we are underway with the second half of play. It was taken by Lane. Lane, number 37, with some running room, gets all the way out to the 40-yard line. Tripped up there by John Rovetto, the kicker. Second and a long 6, we'll call it. The pitch out is to Horace Ivory. Ivory has a good block, and he's got running room. Ivory tiptoes down the sideline and is finally forced out by Gary Campbell. Let's see if he goes to Largent. No, he goes to Dornick, who holds on despite a real crack by number 25, Todd Bell, the second-year defensive back from Ohio State. 4-7. Following the missed fake field goal try on the pass from Zorn to Metzelaars, the Bears take over on downs at that line of scrimmage, and McMahon on first down has time and has a man. It is complete to Bashnagel. First down to the 35-yard line. Brian Bashnagel, who's been the forgotten receiver the last couple of games, a man out of Ohio State, 4 straight Rose Bowls, the Bears player representative. As you see, McMahon gets good pass blocking. Hartnett, number 71, does a pretty good job there as McMahon adjusts to the deeper man, makes the grab, and takes it out of bounds. Bashnagel, second reception today, and Bashnagel had 4 coming into the game today. Not too many for a wide receiver. And the pitch here to Emery Moorhead on the end around, and the Seahawks react quite well to that. Dave Brown and number 44 Harris and Jeff Bryant all reacting well. He picked up about 6 on the play. Emery Moorhead, in talking to this, we see this again, in talking to the Seahawks, they said, hey, that's a tight end who's really a wide receiver. He's got that kind of speed. Well, he's played wide receiver. He has played running back. He gets a little to the outside, has good speed for a tight end. And then Bashnagel and James Scott, the wide receiver, 2nd and 4 from the 40-yard line of Chicago. McMahon to throw. Has the time. It is going to be picked off. Intended for Scott. It's grabbed by safety John Harris, and he's got some running room. And a good tackle by Keith Van Horn in the open field. Harris with his 3rd interception. So it is 3rd down and a long 5 now for the Seahawks. Deep roll by Zorn, and it is complete. First down inside the 30, Byron Walker, the rookie who already has a touchdown catch today, and he was open, a 17-yard gain. It is 2nd down and 8 for Seattle. Slot formation left. Zorn. Oh, gee. Wide open with Largent. And Largent gets to the 15-yard line, has first down yardage. Brown and Dornick are the running backs. Big hole, and it is Theodis Brown getting to the 2-yard line. 4th and goal. Dornick and Brown are the setbacks. They give it to Brown, and the Bears have stopped them. A goal line stand by the Chicago Bears. And while indeed they will be starting from literally the goal line, nonetheless, credit to the defense for stopping the Seattle Seahawks in a crucial situation. 17-7, 3:12 and ticking, 3rd period. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris live with NFL action. A crucial game for both of these teams. Both tied for 8 coming into the game in their respective conferences, the final playoff spot. Suey has a completed pass short of the first down, however. He is met by 3 Seahawks, led by Shelton Robinson and Dave Brown. 3 tight ends are in on this 3rd and short, one of them on the wing. The Bears will try to punch it through for the first down. And it's Matsui who has it, getting over the 25. Good blocking up the middle for the Bears, and Butler and Harris stopped him at the 25. But a good piece of running by Suey and a good hole for him to run through.
Let's take a look. Noah Jackson, 65. Dan Neal's the center blocking, and Payton with a great block as he blocked down Robinson, number 57.
Bashnagel and Marjoram on the near side. Rolling with McMahon, and he hits Suey out of the backfield. Suey breaks 2 tackles and gets over the 30-yard line to the 31. A gain of about 6 on the play.
Matt Suey out of Penn State, and Mike Ditka said earlier this week that he feels that Suey is really coming into his own as a running back. He's a great blocker for Payton. He comes out. Payton's further down the field, and Suey is the short man as McMahon shows his versatility of getting outside. And then Suey takes the shot right there and comes off of it. Pretty good job of running.
The Bears, meanwhile, are 2nd and 6 from their own 30-yard line and trailing by 10. The pitch to Payton. Payton stiff arms one man and is forced out of bounds, apparently short of the first down. 3rd and about 2 for the Bears. You've got to keep it going now. Matsui breaks a tackle and has the first down out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 yards on the play for Matsui, who is having a fine afternoon. First down for the Bears.
The tight end Moorhead is flanked way out.
Let's see what that develops for them. We expected that they might try to get it to Payton off that formation, and they do. First down for Walter Payton. He just moved out in motion and was wide open down the middle, and that's one of their best offensive plays of the day. They get down to the 44-yard line of Seattle.
Okay, you had Emery Moorhead flanked way to the right, and Payton just came down straight down the field. He hit him on the run, and you get the ball to Walter on that kind of a situation, he'll break a lot of those tackles.
They shift to the eye and motion Moorhead off the wing. Play action. McMahon running out of time. Moves the rush. McMahon pointing blockers. He wants to carry the football, and he does, and he is dumped after picking up the first down to the 32-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks, where Joe Nash and Bruce Schultz pulled him down.
This is where you see Jim McMahon at his best. That time they thought they had him dead to rights. I believe it was Jacob Green, 79, was bearing down on him. He thought he had him, and all of a sudden he was gone like a will-o'-the-wisp. Right here, Green thought he had him, and McMahon got out of it, and he's always under control. He's looking downfield, pointing. I mean, that is what you call having control of a situation. You don't panic.
Keith Butler has returned at right side linebacker, so that young man isn't going to let the hurts he's suffered keep him out of this one. Straight drop by McMahon, and again just eluding the rush in time, and has an open man. Bashnagel, first down inside the 15-yard line of Seattle, and he's tackled there by Easley and Robinson.
Well, it's a carbon copy of instinct and quickness by a quarterback. He's not what you call an extremely fast quarterback, but he's quick for 5 yards. He has quick reactions, and when he decides to do something, he's almost going full speed right away. And that's a real asset for a quarterback when he's in the pocket. And look at this. Bashnagel is so open, it's unbelievable. 2 individual good efforts by Jim McMahon have kept this drive alive, which is now 80 yards long.
Second down at the 10-yard line. One setback. They've got receivers strung out to the left. They put Payton in motion from the wing. McMahon has the time, eludes another rusher. Finds an open man at the goal line, and it is going to be incomplete. No, it is complete. Thought he dropped the ball over there, Walter Payton. And the Seattle Seahawks thought he dropped the ball too. You see Dave Brown with the ball in his hand saying, hey, I have the ball. How can you call that a completion? The ball is inside the 5. Payton in motion behind the ball. The crowd's still unhappy, and Suey will score. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. Matt Suey certainly deserved to get the shot at the touchdown because he has been the strongest runner today for the Chicago Bears. And so the Bears have now made things very interesting with 11:53 to play regulation time.
There's 71. Hartner comes out, and Keith Simpson comes across and jams it up like he's supposed to, but Suey had the alertness that he just went up and over into the end zone and then took a shot from Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson, boy, he really wants, I mean, he was already in the end zone there.
So the Seahawks with A first down and the lead. A more slender one, and Zorn is sacked. Big defensive play by Mike Hartenstein. Zorn was not expecting him at that point in that place. And Hartenstein with a big defensive play. Third sack of the day for the Bears, 2 of them by Hartenstein. Michael, I think they found themselves a real fine young offensive lineman there. It is third down, and Zorn quickly unloads to Largent, complete for a first down. A big play by the Seahawks. Fensick had a piece. Schmidt pulled him down with help from Fisher, but a big play for the Seahawks. In the pro set. Play action. Zorn has some time now, running out of it as Hampton gets him, and down he goes. Dan Hampton was behind him and looked like Zorn was going to be safe, but he reached out with a long paw and hauled him down. Mike Hartenstein there. He's been around that quarterback all day. Buddy Ryan says, way to go, guys.
Okay, let's look for Dan Hampton. As you're going to see, the pass rush, Osborne was right over the top, and Hampton will come here from the left side of your screen and gets the hand on him. You looked like Zorn was going to get out of it, but Hartenstein said, no, you're not. Number 73 took him down.
Parsons hits it from his own 22, and it's a boomer. Johns at his 20. Gets away from the first tackle. Johns turns it upfield with a burst of speed and takes quite a rap, but he got it to the 35-yard line.
Walker has a chance to get away from Fensick there on the shorter pattern.
Largent and Johns, the other wide receivers, and he goes to the Dornick, the fullback out of the backfield. It'll be close to the first down, depending on where they mark it. 4th and about an inch. And Zorn talking to one of his running backs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them snap the ball, and they do. It's a quick kick by Dornick, and Dornick hits it perfectly down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to roll to the 2. Well, we saw them practicing that play with some great fakery. They'll spot it at the 24-yard line for Norm Johnson, the rookie kicker, and he will try to kick it, and does, and it is good.
And Seattle in their 4-3 set. They're not changing. They'll just go to zone. Looks like a double zone on both wide receivers.
McMahon out of the shotgun. Screen pass. Payton gets one block, but it is well played off the block. That's Simpson, Keith Simpson, making the tackle off the block and holding Payton to a gain of 6. Slot formation right. McMahon holds his ground and has a first down with a pass to Walter Payton.
The situation is not that critical for him.
McMahon, short pass again to Suey. Suey takes one bump and then is wrapped up. A gain of only 4, maybe 5 on the play. And Kansas City leading the Raiders 16-14 in the final 2 minutes of that game. Out of the shotgun here on 2nd and 5. A screen pass again. And that is Suey. Suey running well. Matt Suey still going out to midfield. Nice running by Matt Suey. And they get it inside the 50-yard line into Seattle territory. 46 seconds and counting.
You only have 4 people who are used to handling the ball all that much or going up for high passes and stuff.
He is sacked at the 40-yard line by Jacob Green, and right behind him was the rookie Bryant. And that Seattle defense was plenty good enough. The Seattle Seahawks have defeated the Chicago Bears 20-14 and have evened their mark at 3-3. All right, so for Johnny Morris, this is Tim Ryan saying so long from Seattle. Go to Brent Musburger in New York.